Hello, beautiful sovereign soul. If you're watching this, then you probably have shown interest in having a sovereign baby, but not just having a sovereign baby, but really walking into a sovereign lifestyle where you become your own ruler, which is what sovereign means. So, why have a sovereign baby? The reason that I chose to have sovereign babies, which means that I chose not to get birth certificates or social security numbers for my second and my third child, is because when I was pregnant with my first child, somebody pointed out to me that the birth certificate is a bond, something that you can look up yourself. You can look on your birth certificate and see a bond number, and if you turn over on the back of your long form birth certificate, there is an explanation of what that means. Someone showed that to me in my first pregnancy. The main thing about this bond is that it makes you property of the state. That's what the bond entails. And once you start to learn these processes, which we'll go through in the workshop, and we'll go through my experience, my co-creator's experience, and then I do plan on having a platform in which other people who are walking this path can share their stories so that you have more expansion around it. Because part of the issue is that people don't have, there isn't a lot of education, and also there isn't a lot of confidence built around walking this path, because everybody is very much indoctrinated into thinking that you have to get a birth certificate, you have to get a social security number, you have to do this so that your kids can function in society, but it simply isn't true. And it takes people who are willing to walk through the darkness and be the lighthouse in order for these changes to actually happen. I ended up having a birth at the hospital with my first son, and so I'm not only choosing to not have a social security number and a birth certificate for my second and third baby, but I'm retroactively reversing those contracts with my first son so that we all have a status that allows us to still move within the system. So they'll still be able to drive, they'll still be able to go to school if they choose to do that, they'll still be able to get a job, they can get a social security number at any point because the IRS makes it so easy to get and apply for a social security number. And we are going to do that by getting a passport, but not just any passport. We're going to get them a passport that has more weight to it than what you would normally see. And so if this is something that interests you, I definitely think that the best way to get in is through the presale. But after that, you can still get in, but there will be recordings and it won't be a live transmission. So I hope to see you in there. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. You can contact me on Instagram at La Souveraine Mère, and I will point to all of those links below.